Hi everybody, I am Shonda Miles. I'm a life and business coach. In this video, I want to talk about how to get the most important things done. So we can, if we're not careful, we will say all the time, I'm not getting anything done. I didn't get what I need to get done. I have all these things on my to-do list and I'm just not getting the things that I need to get done. And so I invite you to just prioritize your to-do list every single day. So look at your to-do list and ask yourself, what's the most important thing on this list? What's the most important thing? What is it that I have to get done? What is on this list that must be done today? What's on this list that will move me towards my goal, that will take me closer, move me closer to where I want to be? When you start prioritizing your list, you won't have, so what happens, we typically have this long to-do list and we start with the easy things. We start checking off the easy things. And so that's great that we get these small wins, but what happens is at the end of the day, we have all these things that we've accomplished that are small things, but we didn't get the big rocks done. We didn't get the things that really matter done. We didn't get the big things done. And so typically what happens is the big things take more time and energy, and we can get frustrated or overwhelmed with the big things, but we have to consider the consequences of not doing the big rocks, not doing the big things. And so if a big thing that you have to do that's on your to-do list seems overwhelming, consider breaking that big thing down into something smaller, maybe 4 small parts or 4 small pieces. But in order to get the most important things done, you have to make it a habit every single day to do the most important thing first. So if you set aside time every day where you do the most important thing first. So maybe it's getting up an hour earlier, maybe it's doing it at lunchtime, maybe it's doing it before bed, but you have this dedicated time. The earlier the better. The earlier the better. You have more energy, you're more likely to complete it. But you make sure that the most important thing is done first before you do anything else, before you schedule email, before you schedule anything else, schedule meetings, before you check your email, before you're on social media. You're looking at, I've got to do this one thing, or these, maybe you have 4 pieces. You could set your timer and say, I'm going to work 30 minutes on this piece of the goal, or this thing that I have to do. I'm work 30 minutes. And then the timer goes off. You can go take a break and then come back in 5 minutes and work on it some more. But the key is to do it before you do anything else, because if you wait to do the most important thing, typically you won't get it done. There will always be distractions. There will always be things that will look like they're more important or just as important. But you got to ask yourself every single day, what's the most important use of my time? What's the most important thing that if I get this done, it'll move me closer to where I want to be. It'll move me closer to my goal. So every single day, ask yourself, just prioritize your to-do list and ask yourself, what's the most important thing that I have to get done today? And then say, okay, what's the second most important thing that I have to get done? And then, is there anything on my list that I can delete? So anything on my list doesn't have to be done. Is there anything on my list that I can delegate to somebody else? I can outsource and I can ask somebody else if they'll take this on. But look at your list and ask yourself, what's the most important thing that I have to get done? And start with that first. Before you do anything else, start with the most important thing and then just stick with it until the most important thing is done.